Hey, it's Joe, and welcome back to Humanfluence. Today we're diving into one of the greatest mysteries of all time, the purpose of human existence. Why are we here? What is this reality? What is the meaning behind creation itself? And more importantly, where are we going? From the dawn of time, seekers have asked these same questions. Philosophers, mystics, scientists, all trying to decode the nature of existence. And though the answers vary, one thing remains true across every tradition, every ancient text, and every whispered revelation. Those who have touched the other side. We are not here by accident. We are here for a purpose, and that purpose is both creation and spiritual progression. Let's break this down. To understand why we exist, we have to step outside of the human perspective and ask a much bigger question. Why does anything exist at all? Every ancient civilization has attempted to answer this. In Hermeticism, the principles of mentalism states that all is mind, meaning the universe itself is the dream of the creator, a mental projection. In Hinduism, Brahman, the ultimate reality manifests creation through the play of Shiva and Shakti, consciousness and energy in motion. In Christian mysticism, God creates out of love, expanding himself into the finite to experience the infinite. In modern physics, the universe emerged from an infinitely small singularity, a moment of expansion, creation, and the birth of time itself. Across these perspectives, the message is clear. Creation is not random. It is an unfolding, an expansion of the divine mind into experience. So what does this mean for us? If the universe itself is an expression of consciousness, then we as individual fragments of that consciousness exist for the same reason: to experience, to create, to expand. Human life is the universe experiencing itself through a lens of individuality. Think about it. Everything you feel, everything you learn, everything you create, these are not random occurrences. They are the universe knowing itself through you. But that still leaves the question, if we are here to create an experience, is there a greater purpose beyond that? Yes, because not all experience leads to growth. Not all creation leads to evolution. This brings us to the next level of existence, the spiritual progression. Every soul, whether aware of it or not, is on a path of evolution. And this is not just spiritual philosophy, this is encoded into life itself. Everywhere we look, nature follows the same law: growth, evolution, expansion. A tree starts as a seed, pushing through the dirt towards the sun. A caterpillar cocoons itself, dying to its old form before becoming a butterfly. A star is born, burns brightly, and eventually collapses, feeding the next cycle of cosmic birth. Nothing in existence remains stagnant, and neither do we. We are here to evolve, to remember what we are, and ascend back towards the divine. But here's where things get interesting. The journey back is not a straight line, it's a spiral, a process of forgetting and remembering, of struggle and realization. The ancient mystery schools knew this well. They taught that life is an initiation, a series of lessons that refine the soul, pushing it towards higher states of awareness. In Kabbalah, the tree of life represents the different levels of consciousness one must ascend. In Gnosticism, the material world is seen as a veil, a place of forgetting, where the soul must awaken to its divine nature. In Buddhism, the cycle of samsara, the endless wheel of birth, death, and rebirth, continues until one achieves enlightenment. But here's the paradox. Even though we are here to grow spiritually, most people remain asleep, trapped in the illusion of separation, lost in the distractions of the material world, thinking that power, money, validation, or fleeting pleasure will fulfill them. This is why the greatest battle in life is not external, it is internal. It is the battle of awareness, the battle of remembering who we are beyond the illusions. And this is why so many traditions speak of awakening. Because the first step of spiritual evolution is realizing that we are asleep. Once you see beyond the veil, once you begin to question the nature of reality, you step into the real reason you are here. Here's the real secret to existence. We learn through duality. We cannot understand light unless we have seen darkness. We cannot know love unless we have felt loss. We cannot know our own strength unless we have faced trials. This is why the material world exists in contrast. Why we experience suffering, joy, creation, destruction, love, fear, birth, and death. Because in experiencing both extremes, we integrate the lesson of ascending higher. This is why many of us feel like we have gone through tremendous suffering in life, because suffering is the forge where wisdom is created. Many believe the soul chooses experience before birth, choosing challenges, hardships, and even tragedies, not as punishments, but as catalysts for evolution. And once you understand this, everything changes. Your pain stops feeling like a curse and starts feeling like an initiation. Your struggles stop feeling like obstacles and start feeling like lessons. And your entire perspective shifts from victimhood to empowerment. Because now you will see why you are here. You are here to experience, to grow, and to ascend. And every moment, hardship, triumph is all part of the journey. Now that we understand the purpose of existence, the next question is, how do we actively grow? How do we align with this path? There are 3 fundamental ways. First, awareness. Question everything. The ability to question your own thoughts, beliefs, and reality itself. Most people go through life on autopilot, accepting what they've been told, never questioning the nature of existence. But awareness means you begin to see beyond the illusions. You stop chasing things that don't matter. You start looking within. You question everything. This is the awakening of the third eye, the inner perception that sees beyond the veil. Next, we have mastering the self. Mastering your mind, emotions, and actions. Because spiritual growth isn't just about knowledge. It's about who you become. If you are ruled by fear, you will remain stuck. If you are ruled by ego, you will remain blind. If you are ruled by attachment, you will continue the cycle of suffering. Mastery means stepping into the higher states of being, practicing presence, detachment, compassion, and true wisdom. And next we have service, becoming a light in the darkness. Every awakened being throughout history, Buddha, Jesus, Hermes, didn't just seek enlightenment for themselves. They returned to share wisdom, to guide others, to become the light in the darkness. Because once you awaken, the next step is simple. You must help others awaken. This is the true path forward, the bridge between human existence and spiritual evolution. So why do we exist? We exist to create, to experience, to grow. We exist to awaken. And in doing so, we fulfill the ultimate purpose of existence itself. To return to the divine, not as passive observers, but as conscious creators. So the question is, will you wake up? Will you evolve, or will you stay asleep, lost in the illusions? The choice has always been yours, because in the end, you are existence experiencing itself, and your journey is just beginning. Humanfluence, out.